Hi guys, it's Laurie of Laurie's Heirloom Sewing, and today I've just kind of been working on the sewing room. I felt like doing something creative today. This project is going to require that I am fully 100% engaged, because while I think I can maybe cut these all to the same size, it doesn't look like that's possible, because Biscuits is wider at this, at these 2 points here than Sweet Tea, and Apple Butter is for sure the smallest and won't appear in the lineup as the same because it's lower. It was the first one that I did. So anyway, I'm going to need to fiddle with this and kind of figure out how I want to do it. I think if I cut, yep, I'm just going to have to fiddle with it, and today's just not that kind of day. One thing that I've been thinking about making is a smaller version of the, well, hang on and let me grab the pattern real quick. That makes the most sense. Okay, so this is what I ordered. Those are little embroidery necklaces. I think it'll be fun. And this is the actual kit, that all the stuff that comes with it. This is the pattern that I was talking about, and it's this skirt right here, this blue. That's the version. I don't know if you can tell, but that one buttons down the front. Each one is a little different, and I think that might be a skirt, but View C is the one that I'm looking at. That's the fabric that I purchased for the bag that I talked about earlier, the small version of this. Alright, I am working on the glasses now. I have always wanted teal glasses, and I've never gotten them, so I'm giving them to this little person. So I have 2 cardboard circles, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces of Warm and Natural. There's one. If you put a piece of Warm and Natural behind the little face, it helps to disguise the fact that it's on cardboard. It also kind of hides some of the embroidery show through. You can still see a little there. Okay, I cut my cardboard slightly smaller than my little face, and I'm not going to completely cover the back with hot glue, but I am going to glue a few of the little sides down. We're just going to work on this little person first. Oh, and I wanted to remind if you were watching yesterday, I had a iron mishap with my iron. The little coin purse project, all I'll try to link that below. If you order that, I'm not going to go in a big long discussion about it. Just don't use the batting / wadding and the thin cotton sheet, as they call it, because both sides of those two products are gluey. It tells you in there to iron that to your fabric, but you can't because it instantly sticks to your iron and causes all kinds of mayhem. So this is what just emerged from my iron on unfortunate face. And so when I do her hair, I'm going to have it kind of grazing the side of the face to hide the fact that it's been toothpasted. Alright, I was going to give this one this color of hair. So she's basically, alright, I'm going to go see if she wants to work, and I will let you know. I think I'm going to call her Willow. Alright, so Willow actually turned out really cute, and I will post a picture of Willow at the end of this video. I am very happy that I now have a place for all these little crumbs of fabric and little strands of thread and my cabbage and, you know, all those things that I can't stand putting in the landfill. If you are at all interested, I know that I have put up information about textile waste in the landfills in the United States of America, and I'm sure it's a global thing. There are some other concerns about textiles as well. So once you start looking into it, once you start really paying attention, and even to the point of understanding how certain fibers are produced, for example, cotton. I'm not even going to get into that discussion, but if you're interested, I highly encourage you to look it up. There are eye-opening and shocking details about textiles. So everything that we can do, every bit of saving and reusing we can possibly do is monumental. If you take a shirt and you toss it in the garbage and it ends up in a landfill, even if the shirt itself is cotton, cotton takes around 20 years to completely disintegrate. It is not that friendly to the earth for many reasons, but there you go. But in the meantime, the shirt may eventually disappear. The buttons, the zippers, the thread, all those things that go into making a shirt are still going to be there if they were produced with man-made materials. So that's something else to think about. You know, a lot of times we just take a shirt and throw it away because it has a hole in it or we don't like it anymore. But what about the buttons? Could you repurpose those? Could you take those buttons off and use them for something else? The zipper, you know, in a backpack. Could you maybe take the zipper out? I know all of those things take time, but they don't take a blip of time compared to how long those things sit in the landfill. So when you put it in those terms, maybe it will help. You know, you can turn it into we're going to spend 10 minutes every Saturday going through the pile of clothes that we don't want anymore, and we're going to see what we can do with them. Maybe, you know, the sleeve on this dad shirt that we don't like anymore, dad decided he doesn't want to wear anymore, we can make into a face mask. Or this red shirt we can use to make things for the garage. If we have to go get lumber, we've got these red ties now, instead of having that shirt sit in the landfill. You have a boat, you've got an orange jacket that you don't wear anymore. Hey, you just made yourself a flag. Somebody's in the water. Little things like that really do help. Seriously, honestly, really, really do help. So that is why I'm happy that I have my little cabbage catcher, my thread catcher, my crumb catchers, my hazel bag. My hazel bag basically is just all my things that I need to keep close by. The things that I, like this, I completely forgot that I had. These little things like this, you know, they're in here and the reason I call this a hazel bag, if you look up hazel tree, you'll see what I mean. The history of a hazel tree is another thing that might be of interest. Well, I don't want to tell you, I don't want to spoil it, but all I'm going to say is just think about if you're familiar with the story of Mary Poppins and her bag. I mean, I have a tape measure, and I think I have a roll of tape and a paper clip that I love, by the way, and a project and a point turner. There's my tape. This is a piece of cardboard that I was saving. I have a plastic bag. I think these are beading needles. These are the needles I was tripping over. There we go. I've got some Schmetz Universal needles for the sewing machine. I have a thimble. I have some sewing machine, no, some fray check. A long pair of scissors. Oh, another roll of tape. Some more needles. Oh my goodness. Another roll of tape. Okay, some size 7 crewel needles, a water erasable pen, a fabric eraser. This is a cool little tool. I have a whole bunch of Warm and Natural and some fusible fleece, some of the thread, you might recognize that. Here's some interfacing. And then, oh, here is that pen that came with my little project I just completed. This is just a sticky piece of cardboard. I hate to, but I'm going to throw it in the garbage. And then I have a whole bunch of red. When I was doing my red work, I'm still doing red work, but those are all the DMC colors that are considered appropriate to replicate red work with. A needle threader and a clip. I think everybody should have a hazel bag beside their sewing machine, and I think you would be absolutely blown away by the amount of stuff that a hazel bag can hold. So, my dear darling dandelions, I hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday, and it appears that we are coming out of the stormy weather. I'm gonna say probably they were predicting maybe Monday, but I don't know. Maybe today, maybe tonight. I just don't know. But anyway, I hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying your September. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoy it with family and friends. I hope that you're happy, that you're healthy, and I also hope that if you liked this video, you will hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed but you want more content like this goofiness, that you will go ahead and hit that subscribe button and maybe share it. I thank you for watching. I've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.